Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric and Chad here with Iraq Veteran 8888. Today we've got another 5 Guns episode for you. We're going to be talking about the top 5 fun guns just because. All right, so what does it mean when you say top 5 guns just because?
Guns that you have that you've put together or built or whatever the case is, or you've set up a certain way just for fun and just because you can. Okay, we're not talking about like milsurps because all milsurps are fun.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
So, but we're talking about crazy guns that you guys have seen on the channel and stuff, and that we just put together because I don't know, you just want to be a little different or whatever.
Just fun,
just because.
Fun to play with, fun to shoot, cool to look at, eye catcher at the range. You guys get the idea. So, first gun, we're going to go down the line here in no particular order. We'll start with the little 10 on the end.
Start with a sewer pipe.
Yeah.
All right, so Eric and I both have one of these. This little SB2 10 gauge, cut down to 18 inches.
Yep.
Duracoated. Mine still has the tungsten weight in there, so it doesn't kick quite as bad as Eric's does. His is a little bit lighter weight, but no sights. You just look down the pipe and shoot. And I don't know what's more fun, shooting this thing and blowing stuff up or watching other people shoot it and cringe.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, there's nothing more fun than like a little single shot 10 gauge. You know, you can get some really monster slugs for this thing. I mean, number 4 buckshot, double aught.
Look at the barrel on that
cut
thing.
Shells. 10 gauge cut shells out of this thing.
Oh, yeah, they are stupid.
Yeah, so something like that is it's just a fun gun you can break out and make big fireballs with. Also, like 10 gauge blanks, or like 4th of July and stuff, you can get black powder blanks for those things.
Dude, they
are so
much
fun for just making noise and things like that.
They throw so much smoke, it's not even funny.
So like a single shot 10 gauge, I mean, that's definitely a cool gun you can get into for just a few $100. I mean, they're not really expensive when you can find them.
Yeah, I think I bought this gun from Moss for like $160 or whatever, and then we just went upstairs and took the hacksaw and cut the barrel down on it just like Eric's. I got to have one.
Yep.
You know.
So that's definitely an awesome one right there.
What you got on that side of the table?
All right, so moving on down the line here, this is a M92 PAP. This is a, oh, it does it too. This is a Century Arms M92. This is one of the early ones, but it's one that I've done an SBR conversion on, so it's got an ace folder on it, and we did kind of a crudely drilled and tapped piece of pick rail, which actually works pretty well.
It does.
On the upper dust cover there. But this is just a fun gun to shoot. It's neat to shoot. It's interesting. It's got the Geisley trigger in it, which is great. And, you know, it's an AK, guys, but it's a 10.5-inch barrel. Nice lightweight rifle.
Well, what's
something
funny
fun
is,
to play with.
What'd you have on the top? A little burst fast fire at one point. We were making shots out to 300 yards with it.
Yeah,
from the bench. I mean, just boring regularity.
I kind of really prefer just the fun of the irons, though. You know, the iron sights on this thing work just fine, and you can still make shots out to some pretty long ranges with it. And it's a head turn at the range. Anytime you break out a crink style gun, it's always going to turn some heads at the range.
Yep. I remember that stock too. I had it on one of my Segas or whatever, and Eric was like, I need a stock for my SBR. My form came back. I'm like, well, you can have this one. So we dropped that sucker on there, and it fits the bill just right too.
Yep.
Look at that cute
This is a great little rifle here. And it is a rifle, technically, I suppose.
It's a rifle.
It is.
All right.
So that's definitely in fun gun territory.
Let's see. So I have 2 guns here that occupy 1 slot. So really we have 7 guns out here on the table. Always a wild card, and then I couldn't make up my mind between these. But you guys know from watching any videos that we love 22, and I love 22 especially. And how about a Cmmg Ar22 built. This is something that I put together with a VZ58 stock on the back of it.
That's pretty cool.
And running ACOG, so I mean, why not? You know, fun guns just because it's silly and it's just crazy. The barrel is 4.5 inches. This little CMMG kit. You guys have seen this in a range video that we did, although it didn't have the VZ58 stock. And then we also did a meltdown video where we ran this thing.
That exact upper.
This exact upper on an M16 lower that Cmmg brought out, and we ran their suppressor on here too, their Swarm. And I cleaned this gun up after the fact. We put 2,200 rounds through it, give or take. And the gun shoots just fine. Yep. There's nothing wrong with the barrel. The barrel still has good, strong rifling. And this thing has at least 6,000 or 7,000 rounds through it now. And I shoot this thing all the time. And I run a suppressor up under the rail. This is a little Liberty Centurion. It's actually a 9mm can, but it sounds good on here. And I kind of like the look of the full can. And this one's a little bit easier to clean than my regulator that I filled up with lead a little while back. But, you know, a little folding stock. Ray helped me put this on there. We put a plug in here and had to cut it down a little bit and drill and tap it for the metric screw that holds the stock in place. But, you know, just a neat little gun. And got a flashlight on there, a little Surefire. Can you get that thing open now? There's a trick to it. There you go.
Yeah, these things are cool, you know. You just really can't go wrong with a little 22 like this. And like you said, you know, something that's kind of build inspired. A gun like this definitely fits the bill for the fun category. And it's unique. You know, this is something that probably not a lot of people have this exact configuration. You got the little Surefire 4 in light, the KM1 there. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, I mean, for basically like a full spec list, you guys can go and check out the video on this thing, but running with the drums all the time. And a lot of folks were asking about the mag loader we were using in the Meltdown video. This is a McFadden machine. They call this the lightning grip loader. It's fun. You drop the rounds on the top here, put your mag here, and literally just, that was that clicking sound everybody heard in the video. So anybody who was wondering, that's the loader that we use.
All right, and then tell them about your little Ruger here.
So this is one that showed up in, I think, our top pawn shop finds video. This was a Ruger Standard Auto that I picked up for $125 from a pawn shop just as a project gun, and took it down to my machinist and had him turn the barrel back. So it's got literally a 2-inch barrel with an 1.25 inches of rifling, and it stabilizes bullets just fine. It's good out to about 30 or 40 yards or so. I mean, it's like pie plate accurate, but we did a video on this thing too. It's just black Cerakote. Ray and Ryan up at Moss put me a little shotgun bead on the front of it and drilled and tapped the receiver if I wanted to put a piece of pick rail up there and put a little sight on it. But
that's neat.
I run a little dead air mask on here.
Yep.
And it's a nice, clean look to this gun. If I had it to do over again, I probably would have used maybe like a Mark II or something along those lines, kind of like they used in the movie Assassins. That's kind of where I got the inspiration for this particular gun, was from the movie Assassins. And we've done a video on this too. We're just out there having a little bit of fun with it. And it's just a neat little gun, you know, that not a lot of people have. I mean, nobody has a 2-inch gun, really.
The only detriment to this gun is the magazines, you know, being a little bit funkier,
They're
a little bit harder to find.
They're a little harder to find.
But this is one of those things, it's a fun gun. It doesn't have to be something you shoot all the time. And guys, none of the rifles on this table necessarily have to be a life and liberty type thing. Sometimes it's just about the gun being fun, and that's kind of the nature of this video. Well, speaking of fun guns, this is probably, in my opinion, the craziest gun on this particular table here. We've got, this is my little green fugly, and it's a Norwegian army green color.
Army man green.
Yeah, army man green. We've done a video on this particular little gun. It's a 10.5-inch barrel, Mosin Nagant SBR with a SDN6 on there. So it's just got, you know, suppressor on there. It's still in 54R, but it's got one of these SPV
MVB. Yeah, it's ARC stock.
Yeah, the ARC MVB on there, and it's just a collapsible AR stock that we glassed in place, and it's got a Molot AK grip on it. And yeah, this gun's not going to win any beauty contests. But I tell you what, it's got a Vortex Spark 2 on there. It's one of the op mods from Optics Planet. Just a, you know, kind of basic red dot. And we got a rock solid mount. This is their Scout mount. So really cool there, and you can still load the gun with stripper clips, which is fun. And this is that type of gun that, believe me, when you go to the range with this thing, you're gonna get some looks. It may be looks of disgust. All right, you might get some disgust looks, but I guarantee you, people are gonna. It's a curiosity. It's like a freak of nature. Like when you see someone and they're not quite right, and you're kind of thinking. You don't want to be rude and you don't want to look, but you can't help it. You have to. Like, this gun is that gun. When you show up to the range, people kind of come out of the woodwork like looking like, what is that ugly thing?
You took that thing down to the NFA review channel shoot a couple years back, and people were going crazy over that thing. And we shot it recently at a little party we had, and I mean, that thing is just super quiet with subs, and even with supers, it's great. And it just puts a smile on everybody's face. It's just a unique gun that's one of one, basically.
It's a fun gun.
Just because.
You know, that embodies the spirit of a fun gun right there, is a little green fugly. Another fun gun here is your Mayor's Leg SBR Henry here. Got your Skinner Express sights on there, but I'll let you kind of do the spill because it's your gun.
It's a cute little gun. This started off as just a Mayor's Leg pistol. Had the little cut down stock, basically. They take a full stock and just cut it up to here, and it's basically a hand grip, sold as a pistol. And yeah, about right there. And they come with buckhorn sights from the factory with a little front bead. I opted to replace the buckhorn with a Skinner brass front and then a Skinner rear peep sight. And these are nice because it gives you a little bit longer sight radius and a better sight picture than the original sights do. And still got the little saddle ring on the side, scratching the receiver up. I've just kind of left this thing kind of in the rough. Just I kind of want to get that old school look, but big loop lever and everything. And this is a 44 mag, so it's a little bit of a thumper and can load some pretty heavy pills for this thing. It can handle them, and I tell you what, it puts the smack down on some stuff, and it's just a fun gun, nice and short, handy. I mean, it's just, why'd you SBR a lever action? Well, because.
You know, that's one of those guns that you show up to the range with that, and trust me, everybody wants to shoot this gun. Henry does a great job with their rifles, and I absolutely love that particular setup. What I would like, and maybe they're listening, maybe they're not, maybe they don't care, but I'll tell you one thing I'd like to see. I would love to see a Henry in like a, maybe a 50 Beowulf or some kind of, big...
It'd be neat.
A 500 Magnum. It'd be cool to see. I'd love to see a 500 Magnum Henry SBR like this.
It'd be
and
cool.
Just have a big heavy hitter, like, oh, guess what, Bambi? Gone. You're down. Or like hogs or something. So a little rifle like this, although fun, yeah, it's a great range toy and everything, but especially if they did a, like the Mayor's Lake pistol in like stainless, not stainless, I'm sorry, but the all-weather finish. They're not stainless, but they're like nickeled. But
chrome.
They're chrome, I'm sorry, but it's a brushed chrome. If they did the brushed chrome finish in this gun, and like a little 357 mag or something, that'd be a perfect little hunting rifle or something. But these things are real head turners at the range and just plain fun.
This gun too, it's got a little bit of heft to it with that octagonal barrel and everything, and just the weight of it. It's really, really fun with 44 Special. I mean, it's a smooth shooting gun.
That's right.
Really smooth gun.
Well, we've already technically gone over 6 guns because he had the one that he couldn't really decide, but there's always a wild card in a 5 guns video. So the other one here is this little Glock 17L. This is a Gen 3 17L, and it's got the Endo Tactical brace on it.
Well, it's got the Endo Tactical stock adapter with shockwave brace I dropped on there.
Gotcha.
And that's one you can literally just pull this thing off of here and drop it on pretty much any Glock, and it's kind of one of those things just because you can.
It's a just because. But that's the ultimate fun, is to have a pistol with, a stabilizing brace on it.
So yeah, it just drops.
Which makes a heck of a lot of fun there. And this is a fun gun to shoot, guys, I'm telling you. Adds a lot of functionality to the Glock.
Yeah, Eric likes running his loud. I like running mine quiet. I picked up one of the little threaded silencer co barrels for mine. I run a suppressor on it at the house and just play around with it. It's neat.
Yeah, to me, that's really like the ultimate and just utility for just fun. To going out the range, having fun, hanging out with the buds, doing some shooting.
I tell you
I
what,
mean, that's just a killer setup right there.
If I was in law enforcement and I carried a 17 on me all the time, you better believe I'd have one of those things right there set up in my patrol car.
Yep, have it laying around. It adds a lot of functionality to a pistol.
That's not just for fun. I mean, that's a tool right there. I mean...
Yep, I agree.
So,
well, guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. This was just meant to be, literally, these are fun guns. Don't have to have a purpose, don't have to have a meaning other than going out to the range, enjoying yourself with your family and friends, your buds. And I guess there is a little bit of cool factor. You take guns like this out to the range, you show up with something silly like one of these, you're going to, turn some heads, you're going to catch some eyeballs. People are going to want to know what's going on. They're going to want to see what you got going on. And sometimes it's about the community that being at the gun range offers. Sometimes that community is gathered around really cool stuff that's at the range. Let's face it, cool toys are always fun to have at the range. So that's really what the existence of this video is about having fun at the range. So we hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you for watching. We got many more on the way, tons of stuff. Thank you for the support, and we'll catch you next time. Get out and shoot with your friends. Have some fun. Go find your own fun guns and have a good time at the range.
Yep, see you guys.